What's up? Been a couple days. It's hard to get some of these videos off with the shit I got going on every day. But over the last couple days, I've been listening to Passio's One Great Network, mainly listening to Sanitizing the Sanity or the Insanity podcast with Ivan from Phoenix and Joe Murray. And then on to Joe Murray's individual podcast. It's just amazing stuff. So, inspired me to go back through some of my notes from demystifying the occult and the natural law seminar and just spit some shit real quick. Talk about the occult. When people think occult, they usually think evil or black magic or whatever. That's just most definitely not it. It just means hidden from sight. Oculus, Latin for hidden. Ocular is the eye. So to hide or conceal, and to keep secret. Occult knowledge constitutes consists of two things: the major and the minor arcana, the greater and the lesser. Lesser arcana deals with individual human concerns, and the greater arcana is it's the large laws of nature, universal natural law. These things being hidden away and reserved for the elite creates a massive power differential. The understanding of this information by all would level the playing field and would have the true opportunity to live equally in abundance in spiritual enlightenment and material abundance. Mainly because if you know natural law, you are not going to participate in this or cheer on and support this type of society because our entire society is based on multiple transgressions of natural law from the ground up because we live under a ruling class known as government that is parasitic in nature and only offers force and intimidation and coercion and lies now. Anyway, so you got ignorance, like you don't know shit, but the shit's out there available to be known. And you got nescience. It's just the information hasn't been made available for you to know. I'd say at this point, everyone on the fucking world, outside of maybe some type of indigenous tribes, are willfully ignorant. They can't claim nescience because all this information's out there, and oftentimes, at least in my experience, people you try to turn them on to this shit, they know it and they ignore it. They don't want to know it because it's a hard pill to chew up and swallow. We as a people are not nescience. We are drowning in information, therefore we are ignorant. Main steps to problem solving. First, you got to recognize that there is a problem. Fear-based denial of the problem must first be dealt with and conquered. Two, you got to realize that symptoms are merely effects of underlying causes. Therefore, instead of simply treating symptoms, make an attempt to diagnose the actual cause of the problem. The cause of all of our problems is willful ignorance of natural law. And people, they're like, well, I don't steal, I don't do this, I don't do that. But you support a ruling class that does. And in fact, you think that we can't live without that ruling class. A lot of people say that, without a ruling class, like warlords and gangs would take over and we could get robbed and beaten and murdered and imprisoned and this and that. But by putting a ruling class in power, you 1000% ensure that that's happening to everyone. Everyone's being extorted. All your money's taxed for your income. Every transaction you make is taxed. I could go on and on and on for the duration of this video about different kinds of taxes, like Fucking Forrest Gump and shrimp. But anyway, number 3 is through the knowledge acquired via accurate diagnosis, take the required action necessary to rectify the causal factors which led to the manifestation of the problem. And again, the causal factors of the manifestation of our problem being an extreme lack of freedom, ignorance, and the cause of that is ignorance of natural law and violation of natural law. Fucking learn it and live by it at all costs. It's not just, personal, like, oh, it's an aggregated situation, people as a whole. So because people as a whole are completely immoral, people as a whole are completely enslaved. Truth versus perception. Truth is objective, meaning that it is not based on the perceptions of human beings, which is capable of wavering. Truth is simply that which is. It is that which has occurred in the past and which is occurring in the present. Behavior. If your perception is not in alignment with natural law, morality, and truth, you got work to do. By doing the necessary work, you will change the future. Your perception is not reality. Your perception has been manipulated and hijacked by everything, that phone, newspapers, media, music. It's a 24-hour fucking propaganda machine rolling around for the duration of my life that has weaseled its way into everybody's mind. You say you gotta get yourself on a higher frequency. Let's just say, like, the truth is like a straight line, you know what I mean? And frequencies vibrate. So if you're on a low frequency, it's these big ass fucking waves of a frequency. If you want a higher frequency, you're hitting that line more and more and more. So however frequency you get on, the more you're going to be in alignment with the truth. The more you're in line with the truth, the higher frequency you're going to be on. It's that simple. There's a quote from Travis Walton, I believe. I've come to realize that the biggest problem anywhere in the world is that people's perceptions of reality are compulsively filtered through the screening mesh of what they want and do not want to be true. Ain't that the truth? Look no further than politics, left and right. I mean, goddamn, Donald Trump and Joe Biden, red and blue, fucking donkeys and elephants. It's ridiculous. Whataboutism. I heard Joe Rogan say that on a reel the other day. Like, oh, fucking, Joe Biden did this and that, and it's all fucked up. And then whoever is the Biden supporter come out talking about, well, what about Trump doing this and this and this? And we're just sitting back here like, this is a fucking ruling class that claims authority over your life and property. Solipsism. The ideology that only one's own mind is sure to exist. Solipsists contend that knowledge of anything outside one's own mind is unsure. Hence, there is no such thing as objective truth. And nothing about the external world and its workings can actually be known. How fucking ridiculous is that? I know a self-proclaimed solipsist. He brought this shit up to me. I'd never even heard the term before Passio, and then this dude came out. He's an avid atheist. And he's fucking weird. Anyway, the definition of a definition. Definition is an exact meaning to define something. Definition of natural law. Natural, meaning inherent, having a basis in nature, reality, and truth, not made or caused by humans. Law, an existing condition which is binding and immutable. Immutable meaning cannot be changed. The laws of the universe do not care about you. Laws work flawlessly, and if you are not in alignment with the law, there will be consequences. Even when ignorant in essence, you are still applicable to the law. Working definition of natural law is universal, non-man made, binding and immutable conditions that govern the consequences of human behavior. Natural law is a body of universal spiritual laws which act as the governing dynamics of consciousness. Discovery versus belief. Your belief is irrelevant. Law is in effect, period. Just as in gravity, inertia, momentum, thermodynamics, and electromagnetism. The workings of natural law require no belief in order for them to be discovered and known. They are forever in operation. Know the truth. Just believing will not save you and will not change a thing. Yeah, it's not that fucking hard, people. You support slavery. You support government, you support slavery. It's a group of people. They can write down whatever they want on a piece of paper, and then you have some type of moral obligation to abide by that. And if you don't, you'll be fined or thrown in a cage or murdered. That's slavery. And they cast it a wide net. Go from everything to what you can and can't put in your body, what imaginary lines you can cross. You can do actions that harm no one without paying a licensing fee, asset forfeiture. It goes on and 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 on. But it's a sad state of the world that we're in. And I really hope that people are starting to get it. I really don't know what's going on, except for that we're all fucked. But I got a lot of hope for, like, fucking Republicans for, like, taking the next step. Like, maybe, because, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, almost everybody just wants to be left alone, but nobody wants to do that in practice. They still want some master to fix everything, this external savior complex that needs to be put to rest forever. Like, handle your own shit. Period. Just fucking handle your own shit.